Imagine, if you will, a world suddenly devoid of humanity. What would happen if we disappeared today? The bustling cities would fall silent, streets once filled with cars and people would be eerily empty. Nature would begin to reclaim its territory, with plants growing through cracks in the pavement and animals venturing into urban areas. Playgrounds would stand abandoned, with swings moving only by the force of the wind. Office buildings, once hubs of activity, would remain lit but empty, a ghostly reminder of the lives that once filled them. The immediate aftermath of humanity's disappearance would be a surreal and haunting transformation of our world. The immediate aftermath would be marked by an eerie silence, the constant hum of human activity, the traffic, the chatter, all gone. Pets and livestock, now without care, would face a grim struggle for survival. Nature would begin to reclaim urban areas, with plants growing unchecked. Wildlife would start to explore and inhabit spaces once dominated by humans. Environmental changes would be immediate, with cleaner air and water as pollution levels drop. Buildings and infrastructure would stand empty, slowly deteriorating without maintenance. Plants would sprout in the cracks of pavements, vines would climb buildings, and wildlife would venture into deserted cities. Within a few years, urban areas would transform into lush green spaces. Forests would reclaim roads, and animals like deer and foxes would roam freely. Birds would nest in traffic lights, and rivers would run clearer without pollution. Over decades, ecosystems would stabilize, with diverse plant and animal species thriving. Wetlands would expand, providing habitats for amphibians and insects. The balance of nature would restore itself, showcasing the incredible resilience of the natural world. Our infrastructure, once a symbol of our dominance, would slowly crumble. Power grids would fail, leading to darkness, buildings would weaken, and dams would eventually give way. Over time, bridges would rust and collapse, highways would become overgrown with vegetation, and skyscrapers would turn into hollow shells. The decay of infrastructure would have significant environmental impacts. Broken dams would cause flooding, altering ecosystems and displacing wildlife. Rusting cars and machinery would leach chemicals into the soil and water, further harming the environment. Nature would gradually reclaim urban areas, with plants and animals thriving in the absence of human activity. The world we built would be overtaken by the natural world. Our creations, from art to technology, would face different fates. Some, like stone monuments, might last for millennia. These enduring structures, built from resilient materials, could stand the test of time, weathering the elements and nature's forces. Artworks, such as famous paintings, sculptures, and artifacts, would fare differently. While some might survive in museums or protected environments, others could deteriorate without human care, succumbing to decay and environmental damage. Modern architecture, including skyscrapers, bridges, and buildings, would also face challenges. Without maintenance, these structures could weaken and collapse over decades, overtaken by nature's relentless growth. Digital data stored in data centers, servers, and hard drives would be among the first to disappear. Without electricity and upkeep, this information could be lost within years, erasing vast amounts of human knowledge. Books, manuscripts, and libraries, though more durable than digital data, would still face eventual decay. Paper and ink would degrade over time, leaving behind only fragments of our written history. The world without us would be a testament to nature's power and resilience. Over time, cities would be overtaken by forests, and wildlife would roam freely in areas once dominated by humans. Our absence would allow ecosystems to flourish, creating new habitats and opportunities for species to thrive. Rivers would run clearer and air quality would improve dramatically. The remnants of our civilization would slowly decay, with plants and animals reclaiming the spaces we once occupied. It would be a reminder of our impact, both positive and negative, on this planet. In the long term, new ecosystems would emerge, adapting to the changes and creating a more balanced environment. The planet would heal, showcasing the incredible resilience of nature. Over centuries, forests would reclaim cities and coastlines would reshape themselves. The Earth would heal, slowly erasing the scars of our civilization. In the first few hundred years, urban areas would be overtaken by vegetation, and wildlife would return to places once dominated by humans. Coral reefs would thrive without pollution, and marine life would flourish. Over millennia, glaciers might advance, reshaping landscapes. New ecosystems would emerge, and the planet would evolve in ways we can only imagine. Different regions would develop unique characteristics, with some areas becoming lush forests, while others might turn into deserts or wetlands. The potential for new forms of life to emerge is vast, as nature adapts and evolves in the absence of human influence. The future of the planet without us is a canvas of possibilities. New ecosystems could emerge and life would continue, adapting and evolving in our absence. Existing species would face new challenges and opportunities, leading to a dynamic shift in biodiversity. Some species might thrive in the absence of human interference, while others could struggle to survive. Over time, the planet could see the rise of entirely new ecosystems shaped by the forces of nature. The overall trajectory of life on Earth would be one of resilience and transformation, as nature reclaims and redefines the world. This thought experiment invites us to reflect on our role in the world. It challenges us to consider the legacy we leave behind. Our actions have a profound impact on the environment, but we also have the potential to make a positive difference. By fostering a deeper connection with nature, we can create a sustainable future. Our legacy can be one of restoration and renewal. Imagine a world where humans and nature coexist harmoniously. This is the legacy we have the power to leave behind. So, what would happen if we disappeared today? The answer is a complex mix of decay, renewal, and the enduring power of nature. But beyond curiosity, let's take action. Start by reducing waste, conserving energy, and supporting sustainable practices. Every small step counts towards a healthier planet. But what if humans were to return after a long absence? Imagine a scenario where, after centuries or even millennia, humanity re-emerges on Earth. The world they would encounter would be vastly different from the one they left behind. First, the environment would be a challenge. The climate would have shifted, ecosystems would have evolved, and new dominant species would have taken hold. Humans would need to adapt to these changes, possibly facing unfamiliar diseases and altered weather patterns. Rebuilding civilization would also be a monumental task. The infrastructure we left behind would be in ruins, reclaimed by nature. Our descendants would need to start from scratch, rediscovering lost technologies and knowledge. They would also need to figure out how to coexist with the new flora and fauna that have established themselves. And then there's the question of resources. Natural resources like fresh water, arable land, and minerals might be more difficult to access. Sustainable practices would be more critical than ever to ensure the survival and prosperity of this new wave of humanity. Yet, there is hope. Humans are inherently adaptable and innovative. With the lessons learned from the past, they might create a new society that lives in harmony with the Earth, valuing sustainability and respect for the natural world. So, while the idea of re-emergence after a long absence is fraught with challenges, it also carries the potential for a fresh start. But what about our ventures beyond Earth? What would happen to our space exploration efforts if humanity were to disappear? First, let's consider the satellites orbiting our planet. Without humans to maintain and manage them, these satellites would eventually fail. Communication satellites, weather satellites, and GPS systems would all cease to function, leading to a gradual darkening of the skies as they fall back to Earth or drift aimlessly in space. The International Space Station, an iconic symbol of human collaboration in space, would face a similar fate. With no one to perform regular maintenance, the ISS would eventually succumb to the harsh conditions of space, its systems failing one by one. Over time, it would either burn up upon re-entry into Earth's atmosphere or become an abandoned relic orbiting our planet. Other space missions, such as those to Mars, the Moon, and beyond, would also be left in limbo. Rovers and landers would cease to send data back to Earth, becoming silent witnesses to the vastness of space. Space telescopes like Hubble and James Webb would no longer capture the wonders of the universe, their lenses clouded and systems unresponsive. However, the legacy of human space exploration would still be present. The footprints and artifacts left on the Moon would remain untouched, serving as a testament to our achievements. The Voyager probes, carrying messages from Earth, would continue their journey through the cosmos, potentially encountering other forms of life long after we are gone. In the absence of humanity, space itself would remain vast and unchanging. Our brief foray into the cosmos would be a fleeting moment in the grand timeline of the universe. Yet it would also be a reminder of our innate curiosity and desire to explore the unknown. With humanity gone, the stage is set for the potential emergence of new intelligent species on Earth. But what factors would influence their development, and could new civilizations arise in our absence? First, let's consider the environmental changes. With humans no longer altering ecosystems, nature would reclaim many areas, creating new habitats and opportunities for species to evolve. In this more balanced world, some animals might develop higher cognitive abilities over millennia. Primates, such as chimpanzees and bonobos, exhibit complex social structures and problem-solving skills. Without human interference, they could continue to evolve, potentially developing greater intelligence and even rudimentary tools. Similarly, other mammals like dolphins and elephants, known for their high intelligence and social behaviors, might also adapt and advance. However, it's not just mammals that hold potential. Birds, particularly corvids like crows and ravens, demonstrate remarkable problem-solving abilities and social interactions. Given enough time, these avian species could evolve into even more intelligent beings. The development of new civilizations would depend on various factors, including environmental stability, availability of resources, and the ability to develop complex communication and social systems. Over thousands or even millions of years, these emerging intelligent species might build their own societies, create art, develop technology, and explore their world. It's a fascinating thought experiment, a world where new forms of intelligence rise to prominence, continuing the legacy of curiosity and innovation that humans once held. These new civilizations might look to the stars just as we did, wondering about their place in the universe and the mysteries that lie beyond. In contemplating this potential future, we are reminded of the resilience and adaptability of life on Earth. The story of intelligence and civilization is not limited to humanity alone. It is a testament to the boundless possibilities that nature holds. While we've explored the potential future of intelligence on Earth, it's crucial to understand the environmental impact of human activities that have shaped our planet. In this segment, we'll delve into specific examples of how different industries and practices contribute to environmental degradation and what can be done to mitigate these impacts. Let's begin with the fossil fuel industry. The extraction and burning of coal, oil, and natural gas release large amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This contributes significantly to global warming and climate change. For instance, the Deepwater Horizon oil spill in 2010 released millions of barrels of oil into the Gulf of Mexico, devastating marine and coastal ecosystems. To mitigate such impacts, transitioning to renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydropower is essential. These alternatives produce little to no greenhouse gases and can significantly reduce our carbon footprint. Agriculture is another major contributor to environmental degradation. Practices like deforestation for farmland, overuse of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, and excessive water consumption lead to habitat destruction, soil degradation, and water pollution. For example, the Amazon rainforest, often referred to as the lungs of the earth, has seen vast areas cleared for cattle ranching and soybean farming. Sustainable farming practices such as agroforestry, organic farming, and precision agriculture can help minimize these impacts by preserving ecosystems and reducing chemical use. The fashion industry also plays a significant role in environmental harm. Fast fashion, characterized by the rapid production of cheap clothing, leads to immense waste and pollution. The dyeing process alone is responsible for about 20% of global wastewater. In addition, synthetic fibers like polyester contribute to microplastic pollution in oceans. To address these issues, promoting sustainable fashion practices such as recycling, upcycling, and using eco-friendly materials is vital. Consumers can also make a difference by choosing quality over quantity and supporting ethical brands. Another area of concern is plastic pollution. Single-use plastic, such as bottles, bags, and packaging, often end up in oceans, harming marine life and ecosystems. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch, a massive accumulation of plastic debris, highlights the severity of this issue. Reducing plastic use, improving waste management systems, and supporting initiatives like the circular economy, where products are designed for reuse and recycling, can help combat plastic pollution. Finally, urbanization and infrastructure development lead to habitat loss and increased pollution. Expanding cities encroach on natural habitats, displacing wildlife and altering ecosystems. The construction industry is also a significant source of greenhouse gas emissions and resource consumption. Implementing green building practices, such as using sustainable materials, improving energy efficiency, and incorporating green spaces, can help create more environmentally friendly urban environments. By understanding the specific impacts of these industries and practices, we can take informed steps to mitigate environmental degradation. Individual actions, policy changes, and technological innovations all play a role in creating a more sustainable future. As we journey further into the concept of a post-human Earth, it's essential to consider the long-term trajectory of our planet and the potential emergence of new forms of life. Picture a world where human influence has completely faded, leaving nature to reclaim its dominion. What might this world look like millions or even billions of years after our departure? In the immediate aftermath of humanity's disappearance, ecosystems would begin to flourish as they did before our industrial era. Over centuries, the remnants of our cities and infrastructure would be overtaken by forests, grasslands, and wetlands. Animals freed from the constraints of urban environments would roam freely, and biodiversity would experience a renaissance. But what happens as we look even further into the future? Over millennia, the Earth's climate and geology would continue to evolve. Ice ages might come and go, reshaping the landscape and driving the adaptation of surviving species. In the absence of human-induced climate change, natural cycles would dominate, allowing ecosystems to adjust and thrive. As millions of years pass, the potential for new forms of life to emerge becomes a fascinating possibility. Evolution, driven by natural selection, could give rise to entirely new species, perhaps even intelligent ones. Just as mammals rose to prominence after the dinosaurs, a new lineage of life forms could one day dominate the planet, developing their own civilizations and histories. The Earth itself, however, is not eternal. In the grand scope of cosmic time, our planet will eventually face its own end. Billions of years from now, the Sun will expand into a red giant, likely engulfing the inner planets, including Earth. By then, any traces of human existence will have long since eroded away, leaving nothing but the faintest echoes in the geological record. Yet, the impact of human disappearance extends beyond our planet. Our space probes, satellites, and signals will continue to drift through the cosmos, potentially serving as silent ambassadors of our once thriving civilization. These artifacts might one day be discovered by extraterrestrial intelligences, offering a glimpse into the fleeting existence of humanity. In this deep time perspective, the disappearance of humans highlights the transient nature of all life. It underscores the importance of cherishing our time on Earth and acting as stewards of the environment, ensuring that we leave a positive legacy for future generations, both human and non-human. As we contemplate this profound thought experiment, let us be inspired to make meaningful changes today, fostering a world where both humanity and nature can coexist harmoniously. Our actions now will shape the future trajectory of our planet and perhaps the broader universe. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time and space. If you found this exploration intriguing, please like this video and subscribe for more mind-bending videos. Together we can continue to ponder the mysteries of our existence and strive for a better future. Until next time, stay curious and see you in the next video.